Well, hello world, welcome to Raccoon Point Studios. Today we're going over the Old Blood Noise Endeavor Dark Star pedal and the Sunlight pedal. They're both reverb pedals. They both handle it a little bit differently. They both have 3 algorithms. They both have expression jacks, and they both are weird, and I like that. I am going to just try a bunch of different sounds with each of them, and I'm also going to use them together, and I'm going to just start with messing around with the drum machine through this, and then I'll add bass, guitar, synthesizer, maybe some vocals. Also just have like a track, just going through the stuff with guitar and maybe through some fuzz pedals and stuff like that. So it's going to be a nice journey. Stick around. Here we go with the drum machine. Alright, so this portion of the video, I'm going to go through the sounds of the Dark Star and the Sunlight. I'm going to blend the two together. I'm going to put them through the fuzz. I'm going to put the fuzz before them. And hopefully it inspires you to figure out which one you like, or if you think you need both of them, or if you don't care for either of them. So the first one, the Dark Star, has a pitch, a delay, and a crush. And it's not your typical delay. It's kind of like a tack delay that goes into the reverb. The pitch has an octave down, octave up, and everywhere in between, and you have 2 controls for that, so you can kind of do some harmonies, I guess. And then you have the crush, which is like a bit crusher type of thing, and you can just get some cool distortion, spacey type of sounds. And I guess that's why they call it the Dark Star, because it's kind of out of this world. And let's start with that, and then we'll move on. I'm just going to go through sounds. Maybe I'll put some text under here so you can see what's going on, because who wants to hear me talk, right? All right, so here it is. Everything at Noon on the pitch. Alright, so now let's move on to the Sunlight. And the Sunlight has 3 different algorithms. And one is tape, one is comb, and one is pass. And the tape is going to warp like, old tape or something like that. So the pitch bends, and it can be a little random if you want it to by having the depth almost all the way up and the rate almost all the way down. Find a sweet spot for whatever you're playing. And then the comb is like a comb filtering type of reverb delay thing happening. Not my favorite algorithm of the whole bunch. And then you have the pass, which kind of is like a seek-wah pedal, where it's like almost stepped in the frequency that it jumps to on the reverb trail. And I like that a lot too. So let's start with the tape. Tape is my favorite one. Out of both pedals, I prefer the Sunlight because I really like that tape reverb sound, and I like the decay on here, how it can go on forever, and it waits for your next loudest note and then it grabs that. So it's almost like a loop without it being loopy. If that makes any sense. It kind of just grabs the last loudest note and it'll sustain it like a pad. It gives you the ability to like mold into different chord structures with different notations around that, and you can really get creative with it. So the decay is very important, and you'll see that. I'm going to start with the tape and move my way down. Alright, so now we have the Big Muff in front of everything, and I am going to try it with the Dark Star first. Alright, so now let's do the Big Muff into the sunlight, and I'm going to start with my favorite sound on here, which is the tape sound. And decay, I'm going to turn all the way up. Mix is going to be very low, because when distortion is going into it and the mix is up, you can get washed out, which is good, but you know, let's tamper it down a little bit, because it's already a lot to begin with. See what I mean? Mix knob halfway. I don't even know what the hell's going on. I had no idea what I was playing. So I'm going to go back down a lot. Oh, and that's the other thing. If you have the decay all the way up, you put this thing back on, it's going to still be doing this thing, which is kind of cool, but you might not want that live. So they do have this alt knob. It's kind of like an expression pedal, but you don't have the in-between. It just jumps right to whatever setting that you have it for, but it's pretty cool. So you can have the decay set lower so it doesn't sustain forever, and then when you want that sound, you just hit the alt button and you have it, and then you just can turn it off. Let me try to play some chords over this sound. That. And let's go to the pass. That's an instant the Jesus and Mary chain. Alright, so now we're going to do the Dark Star into the Sunlight. I already have it on the crush setting, and I'm going to go into my favorite sound on the Sunlight, the tape sound. But I'm going to just start with the Dark Star so you can hear what's going on with that before it hits this other pedal. And then after that, I will kick the fuzz on and see what happens with this setting. I don't know. It could be too much. Who knows? I drop my pick, so that means I'm done playing. Right? You drop your pick after a long day. That's it. Alright? So, that is the Dark Star and the Sunlight with the fuzz before, with the fuzz after, and some other stuff. If you like this kind of content, hit the like button, share it, show it, and let me know what you guys are into down below, what other pedals you would like to see here, any ideas that you have for how you like to use your guitar pedals, whether it be with your guitar, keyboards, drums, drum machines, whatever the case. Let's start a community here of people that like to experiment and put pedals where they don't belong.